New words are being added to the English language all the time. And that's why the words you knew in 2021 might not be enough for 2022. And if you don't keep up with the new words, you might face difficulties in conversations. But don't worry, because in this video, I am going to teach you 20 of the most important brand new words in English. Words that you must know, but might not. Have you ever been in a situation where you don't know where your mobile phone is, or you're worried that you're just not going to have it? This happens so much that a new word has been created to describe it. This is called nomophobia. If you suffer from nomophobia, you have a fear of not having a mobile phone. Word 2 is finfluencer. A finfluencer is a social media influencer on financial issues. If you go on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or other social media platforms, there are people there trying to tell you how to manage your money. And these people are called finfluencers. For word 3, have a look at the example. Imagine you're on Facebook and you see a post like this. So proud of my daughter Daisy. She has completed all of Minecraft. She's only 5 years old. If you see a post like this on social media, this is called sharenting. It's a combination of the words share and parenting. And it's where parents share about their children on social media. Do you know anyone who does sharenting? Word 4 is sports washing. Sports washing is associating with sport to improve your image. In 2018, Russia held the World Cup in football, but lots of people were angry with Russia for many reasons. But when the football started, people forgot about their problems and they joined in with celebrating the football. And for a time, Russia's reputation improved because of their association with sport. This is called sports washing. A similar word is greenwashing. Greenwashing is the same, but when you associate with environmentally friendly groups to improve your image. Many of you will have heard of the company Shell. Shell is an oil company. Most people would say that it's not very green, it's not very environmentally friendly. Recently, Shell formed a partnership with British Cycling. British Cycling is one of the initiatives in the UK to try to reach net carbon zero by cycling instead of using vehicles. So by being associated with British Cycling, Shell hoped to improve their environmental image. And this is called greenwashing. For word 6, look at the following. On the left, you can see a cereal box. This is what it looked like in 2021. What's happened this year? The price has stayed the same, but the packaging has got smaller. And when this happens, it's called shrinkflation. Shrinkflation is where a product keeps the same price, but the size of the product decreases instead. Word 7 is crowdfunding. Now, this word has been around for a while, but it's now reached the dictionaries. Crowdfunding is when you raise money for a project through the internet. There are many famous examples of this. One of them is Allbirds, a company that wanted to make shoes. They didn't have the money to make them, so they started a crowdfunding campaign. They went on the internet and asked people to give them money to help them make their product. Now the company is an international company, all thanks to crowdfunding. What happens with languages over time is a new word starts off with one form And then over time, people start to use it in new ways and they change it into these other forms. Here's one example. 10 years ago, if you wanted to work with someone else, you might say this: shall we do a collaboration? But now you could also say this: shall we do a collabo? Or even, do you want to join my collab? Collabo and collab are short forms for collaboration, and people now use these so much it's entered the dictionaries. Financeable is similar. It comes from the word finance. 10 years ago, you would have said this: do we have enough finance for this project? But now, you could say the old form with finance, but you could also say, is this project financeable? And what people have done is they've taken the original word finance, they've taken the rule that many words add able, meaning can it be done, and they've created a new word, financeable. Because of COVID-19, we now have a number of new words to do with medical issues. One of the areas of vocabulary that has developed is because of the COVID-19 vaccine. Many people were strongly in favour or supporting the vaccine, and many people were opposed to the vaccine too. So new words have been created for both kinds of people. If you supported the vaccine, you are called a vaxxer. And if you took the vaccine yourself, you are called jabbed. Jabbed is a person who had the vaccine. If you're opposed to the vaccine, though, you are called an anti-vaxxer. And if you did not take the vaccine, you're called unjabbed. Because of the internet and also COVID-19, there have been lots of changes in society around jobs and holidays, and new words have come into the language as a result. Here you can see a lady working from Monday to Friday in an office. This is her main job, but she also makes cakes on a Saturday. We call this a side hustle. A side hustle is a job that you do extra, and it's smaller than your main job. Another word is quiet quitting. Quiet quitting simply means not working as hard as before and only doing the minimum required. This word came about when during COVID many people worked longer hours to keep things going, such as health services, and then realised they couldn't keep it up. So eventually they started saying no. They weren't going to do more work, they would only do the minimum required. In rich countries, up until 3 years ago, it was very common for people to get in an aeroplane and fly around the world to go on holiday. But when COVID-19 started, people couldn't fly anymore. Instead, they would get in their car and drive somewhere nearby. And this became known as a staycation. A staycation is when you have a holiday locally. It was a combination of the word stay and vacation. Staycation. What is the gig economy? This is a word that means work done by people without contracts. During COVID-19, many people realised they wanted more flexibility in how they worked. So a lot of people left traditional jobs where you had a contract saying you will have work every day from this time to this time on these days. And people started work where they took work on whenever they wanted, and equally companies gave work when they needed it. And this is called the gig economy. To finish our look at new words in English, I've included 3 new words which are a bit more fun. And this one involves a sandwich. A sandwich is 2 pieces of bread with something in the middle. But recently, people have started doing something new with their sandwiches. They'll take peanut butter and marshmallows and mix it into a sandwich. And I've included this one because the name is really fun to say. It's called a fluffernutter. And this is a peanut butter and marshmallow sandwich. Have you ever had a fluffernutter? If you have, write in the comments, tell us what it's like. Word 19 describes a person like this one here. It's a man, middle-aged, getting a bit older, hair's going grey. Can't think of anyone like that. But this person is still considered fairly attractive. And a new word has emerged for this kind of person. And it's called a silver fox. A silver fox is an attractive older man with silver hair. And the last word is this, awesome sauce. Have you heard of this word? It's a really strange word to say, awesome sauce. What does it mean? It simply means really, really good. And people are using it in all kinds of different ways. Here are 2 examples. This video is awesome sauce. I'm learning so many new words. So here it's used as an adjective describing this video. Oh, thank you very much. But some people use it as one word in a sentence of its own. For example, great video. I'm going to click like. Awesome sauce. And they simply say the word awesome sauce just to mean this is really, really good. And it's one word completely on its own. So we've learnt 20 important new words in the English language that if you learnt English 10 years ago, you would have no idea about. But there's more yet. On my channel, I have over 100 videos teaching you about English language, English grammar, and English speaking. Click in the box below to watch other videos on my channel now.